Good now to you. We have foreseen this question for quite some time now. We are very pleased with this question. As we know, many of your collective have the desire to retreat from hurtful emotional connections within the closer cycle of their incarnation. This is recognizing the ties that are led out to them, for them, as fields of learning, fields of teaching. But in this incarnation, these are connected to an emotional response. With this, we greet you, humans. We are your neighbors, your familiars, your friends in this universe. We come here today as a group, wanting to share with you what we feel is important to know about this topic. We all want to have our say. So we will take turns speaking through this channel. We are eager now to hear your exact question.
Hello and a warm welcome. The question is, some humans are having hard times with their parents and siblings, the families they are born into. Can you please give us a spiritual view on cutting cords and the concept of oneness? Are there cons and pros for doing a cord cutting?
Thank you for this. This is most honorable to speak aloud, because we know cord cutting is a sensitive topic of yours in general and personal. It is also connected with the deep desire to safeguard yourself and your own feelings, to return to sovereignty over your own life, over your own dreams, over your own peace. There is a feeling of deep uprootedness when this is not in alignment. Your personal connections to those around you, those you are feeling you are supposed to love, when there is disturbance in the relationship. This is also connected to shameful feelings, feelings of regret, feelings of deep concern, feelings of deep upheaval, anger, frustration, a desire to be understood and loved. And yet the inability to feel the connection needs to be restored, but in your grasp is not the solution. You do not see any way to give up without giving up your own honor and dignity sometimes, what you call jumping over your own shadow. So there is this deep disentanglement from the original soul connection. This is an illusion. This is also a learning field. So in this incarnation, you all come with your soul family. You're not alone. You're not alone in this. Every one of your family, friends, these connections that you feel have such a close encounter, such a close relationship with, that they are able to hurt you that much, that you would want to feel, that you would want to cut cords with them in the end. What's happening there? Was there oneness once? Yes. there is still. You cannot cut cords completely. You cannot completely resolve all the ties you have. This is not possible for many reasons, and some of them are even too complicated to put in words that you would understand right now. But the concept is you are here to work out these difficulties. You are here to feel all those feelings. So when you are in deep despair, when you are not seeing, how can I go forward? This person is hurting me so much. This relationship is bringing me so much discomfort, so much anger, so much frustration. I do not want this anymore in my life. How am I supposed to be in alignment with myself? How am I supposed to be available to other beings when this particular relationship is costing me so much energy? How am I supposed to do that? No, the easy way out is cutting cords. And most often people cut cords because it is the easy way out. Cutting cords with this, the ceremony that you would refer to as cutting cords is different than, just letting it rest for a while, turning inwards for a while, reflecting for a while, or even speaking to others about this. What should I do? Have you encountered such something? Maybe talking to the person themselves sometimes is the greatest obstacle. At the same time, it's often the only solution. Opening up, showing all your feelings, sharing all your energies, this and that. Our talk the other day left me with the feeling of I felt drained. My energy was very low for the whole week. I do not want to feel this way. And I'm sure you don't want to feel this way either. So what can we do? How can we pertain this relationship? How can we save this? What do we need as partners in this relationship, as brothers and sisters, as friends, as siblings, as parents and daughters, or parents and sons? What do we need? Do we need a break? Do we need more talking? Do we need more understanding? Do we need less talking sometimes? Do we need just a night out, having fun and thinking about everything but our problem? There are many solutions for this. Yet, however, there are different troubles in relationships, right? So sometimes the overstepping of a boundary is so sincere, it is so hurtful, it is physically hurtful, it is emotionally deeply traumatic, that cutting cords seems reasonable. Yes, you can cut cords then. It will be for the better of yourself, and it will turn yourself on a new trajectory, on a new pathway. You have ended a cycle that was always intended to be ended in such a way. So the problem, when you want to call it a problem, and the reason why this relationship was resulting in a cord cutting was always there. It was always meant to be experienced for you both. In this way, cord cutting is not really a cord cutting. It is a separating of you both ways. Please know that as souls, you're always connected. Sometimes you're very much friendly on the other side. We would like to point that out. And you're just agreeing to act out a role, to act out something, some circumstance in which you would both feel a certain way, make you both feel a certain level of anger or disappointment or something. To experience this is your wish. And what do you need for that? You need a situation that would aggravate you so much. And this is what you do. This is what you have agreed upon, and you have set certain rules certain abilities within yourself. One is quick to rise in anger, and one is quick to pull the triggers. You both know exactly what you need to do in order to maneuver yourself in this kind of situations over and over again. This is for your own good. This was your wish to come here to experience this kind of relationship and see how are we able to get ourselves out of this? Are we able to move on? Are we not? What are we going to do? This is a playground. Please, please consider this. Earth has no effect on your afterlife in the meaning of you can do whatever you wish to do to yourself and others. It might be hurtful, but it is always a learning field. It is always allowed to do this, to act this out on Earth. This is how you grow. Please know this. This is how you grow. You are in a phase of your own soul evolution. Earth is in a phase of their own evolution. You are on a brink of something bigger, of something greater. And we need all these emotions to create a vortex of upheaval, to create this energy that will transform this into the something that it is intended to be transformed into. It is all good here on earth. If you hurt someone, and we all know you do, you all know you do, every day, sometimes in your life, when you have difficulty in your relationships, when you have, as a mother or a father, a difficult relationship with your son or your daughter, you know when you get up, oh, this will be another day of arguing. Can I watch TV 1 hour more? Can I go with my friends even though you don't like it? And you are in this discrepancy. Yes, of course, I want to grant my son or my daughter whatever they wish to do. However, I do really feel that this is wrong. It will hurt themselves. So what do I do? Arguing again. So this is exhausting and it is hurting. And this is earth, right? This is earth. But you're wading through this. You're wading through this energy of earth. Earth is helping you along. She has a hard time too. So cutting cords is an easy way out. Sometimes it is a timeout for you all. And there is nothing that will prevent you to reestablish a connection once you feel you are open again. You have moved past this. You have moved on from this obstacle that you thought is nothing you could overcome, but yet still. Sometimes with a little time of your reflection, you feel, yeah, I'm ready now to start anew. Maybe the other person is as well. If you encounter this cord cutting as a habit of yourself, maybe it is something to think about. Why do I leave relationships early when the other person is not yet there? To think that this relationship is so bad that we just need to never see each other again? Why is it always me who is leaving first? Why is it always me who deletes them from their mobile phones? Why is it always me who will not answer their emails anymore? Why is it always me who is moving to another city again? Why is it always me who will end the relationship? So if this is a pattern of yours, if this is a habit of yours, maybe you need to think deeply on this. Maybe it is time to ask your higher self about this. Why do I do this? Do I know this maybe? Is it just to prevent hurtful situations, or do I think I'm not worthy of a good relationship? Why is it that I do this? In the end, you are robbing yourself of experiences here. Maybe these are experiences that would be most helpful for you. Maybe these are experiences exactly why you came here. If it is so hurtful for you, if it is so hurtful that you do this over and over again, this is exactly what you need to look at. What is most hurtful to you is the most important thing to you. So we would tell you now in this exact moment in your all incarnations, at the end of this great cycle, do not link yourself anymore to the material things, to the material world even. You can trust that there is gravity keeping you from flying around, right? But this is the only thing you can really trust when it comes to the material world. Your sole focus, please be in the soul connections you have in this life. Treat every soul accordingly. Every soul is a light just like you. Every soul has feelings just like you. When you cut cord, you're not hurting yourself. You are hurting the other person as well. And the other way around. You're not hurting only the other person, but also yourself. Please consider that. Please consider also the other peoples in this relationship. When you are in a family connection, the whole family will probably suffer. And if they will all breathe for a moment when you do not talk to each other anymore, then this was a good thing, right? For the time being. But please do not ever give up on a soul. If there is this feeling of no, what they did or what I did was so wrong, I was hurt physically to such an extent, you all know what I'm talking about. If there was abuse, if there was violence, if there was cruelty, if there was one party involved that is much, much weaker, then it is meant as an experience for you to walk away to grow from this. Then it is meant to be separated, and it is not a cord cutting in that way you would suggest. It is a fixed point in your all incarnations. This was meant to happen, and it was meant to be separated then. This was meant to be recognized as something that needs to be apart. Did we answer your question sufficiently?
Yes, you did. Thank you very much.
Do you have anything else related to this that you would like our opinions to hear on it?
Maybe the question how we can train our discernment about the situation we are in.
We would suggest in most times, most occasions, you would probably know if this is something that needs to be separated. Was this a learning field that was always meant to end this way? Or is this something that is hurting your pride? Is this a difficult relationship that could probably be fixed? Nobody has murdered anyone, but it is just difficult or something you don't like. Is it just something uncomfortable that needs to be addressed, like, or you're always talking so much? I cannot get a word. This is really exhausting for me. Could we change this? Is there violence? Is this breaking of a law that is just universal, right? Nobody is allowed to bring physical harm over another soul intended. And this is the case. If a child tells their parent, no, you have hurt me so often, you have hit my face, you have hurt my body, you have hurt my soul intentionally, and now I'm walking away from you. And there is no question really if this is a cord cutting. It is not a cord cutting, it is a pre-agreed upon separated event that was always to happen in the best outcome. It is not meant for any one of you to undergo prolonged suffering. It is not needed. So when you do suffer in a relationship, please ask, am I bringing the suffering upon myself by not speaking up? Am I bringing the suffering upon myself by not changing something that can be changed? Why do I suffer? We think that the answer will become pretty clear to you. In most cases, it is pretty easy to discern for you when you are honest with yourself. You may feel uncomfortable in relationships, yes. This is what you're here for. Sometimes you need to work things out. Sometimes it gets ugly. Sometimes it will cost energy. But you all know how wonderful it is to have cleared the air, who have spoken up, who have listened with your heart and your mind to the other person, who have found an understanding, common ground, as you say. And then you can enjoy all the activities together again that you may have before. You find maybe the person you work with is not a cruel monster as you thought. Many things can happen when you speak up. Any more questions, my dear?
No, thank you.
Before you go into such a difficult relationship, in a meeting with this person or persons that you feel, oh, I just wish they were not in my life anymore, we sincerely advise you to ground yourself, drink a lot of water, clear yourself from negative expectations, from negative experiences with this person, and just go in with your whole soul, your whole heart, open for them. Always the intention, may this bring the best outcome for both of us. May we confirm our love for each other that was there in the first place, because there is always a reason why this is a person in your life. May we suggest there is a reason why you're rubbing against each other. Please find yourself in this other person, and please let the other person find themselves in you. With this, we will tell you a very, very good day. Please turn to us with any question you may have. Even if this is a follow-up question, we will be delighted to answer this for you. With all our love from within and around. We greet you.